So I should probably make a post about this, but essentially there is something with my body and I'm gonna get it checked out. So, because I don't know exactly what's happening yet, as I get Cthulhu ill-fated, with 3 custom mysteries and random item stats, yeah, until I know what happens, I mean, I might as well not call it out. I think I know where, how and where I got sick, but I wouldn't really call it a sickness. It's more like outside influences. But as we get into Cthulhu ill-fated random item stats custom character once more with 3 custom mysteries, yeah, just know that I'm gonna my schedule for this week may be a bit weird. Aside from actual work I do, well, actual work, quote-unquote game dev and other projects, uploading on this channel maybe I skip a day. We'll see what happens. Light, second mystery, charisma, knowledge, second encounter, and maybe Takshi-san. What are we on? Cthulhu ill-fated. So our stats don't matter for events most of the time, aside from that one elevator event. I can take this now, but I'm pretty sure aside, you know what? Hot bath will actually go consistent, even though I'm doing ally attack here. But I figure we'll do our best. We do have 8 charisma, so as long as nothing weird happens, we should only be losing 3 to 6 stamina, but we'll find out. And then we have the second encounter check, of course. But Takshi-san, maybe. Nothing in the cupboard, and off we go. So, and if nothing else, the fact that I, you know, maybe need to go out and do things means that the only things I will get to do, at least for this channel, is record, edit, render, and upload videos. Akamanto, never mind. Akamanto, Colt, Teacher, Pupils, and Goal. This is terrible. So, Coma's definitely going to be last. I think Pupils is relatively okay, at least compared to Goal, Teacher, and Akamanto back to back to back to back to back. I don't think this character has fame, so you know what? I'm just going to take Teacher now. We're not going to open up the funds. Instead, we're just going to immediately schoolyard for recruits. Charisma would be nice, but we didn't get that. In fact, we got a student that actually increased our reason and stamina, but hey. And so, yeah, let's see. -1 perception, and then cheaper pharmacy items, if that even matters. I don't know. I've never checked to see if that actually works. But essentially, I just lost 1 stamina, 1 reason there, because that student did not recover any of my stamina reason, which means that if that student disappears from my ally list for whatever reason, I take 1 stamina, 1 reason. Ryoko, Hermit, and Uchida. And, Monument before we go. And then the police station. Is there anything else? High Village, Max Hospital, and Max Seaside. We have Goal, we have something, and I don't remember a lot much else. But, you know what? Let's set the Seaside for now. What do I feel? I feel like we'll be visiting Seaside at least the same amount of times as Hospital, but yeah. But anyway, as I proceed to pretty much autopilot, because keep in mind we're on ill-fated, just checking to make sure. It feels nice when you actually, you know, whatever you go, whether you go to a restaurant, fast food place, in my case, a doctor or nurse. Hold on, I want more allies. That's a lot of Doom, but it's a lot more damage for ally attack. At this point, though, we don't have Akamanto, so our Doom's gonna be okay. But, yeah, anything, if you're, you know, if you call someone on the phone, like call a help center, most of the time, you know, you get people just trying to go through and they have the things that they need to say. But when you actually talk to someone who knows what they're talking about, well, that's few and far between. Basically, if you don't live in the US, a lot of the times doing things where a person is not in front of you, like I said, if you're not going to a restaurant, if you're not going to a store or whatnot, chances are you're gonna have a bad time with customer service, basically. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what? Let's take this in the face. We are in the mystery teacher right now, so let's immediately throw up Sensor Bunny and hope for the actually... yeah, we'd rather do this because 50%, but then we just do a kick and everything is okay. Now, for this encounter, though, we just have to throw everything at it, so... And by that, I just mean teacher attack and hope we don't get badly bleeding. If we do, sadness happens, but... it's not the worst thing to take care of, although our Doom is really, really, really high. You can go now, Sensor Bunny. Yeah, so Charisma is going to be the go-to here. Double up on Charisma even. And then we go into Akamanto immediately, because I want the mask. If I'm in a situation where I need the mask Mystery 3 or 4, my Doom's already rising too high. Also Ghost, so we don't get to actually benefit from all these allies at the moment. Unless I send them at the enemy. That you can do, but we have 50%, at least 50% of a run left. There's no point tossing an ally at an enemy. And there's nothing saying that the ally perishes. I mean, for all we know, they could just be really, really hurt. And then they go to the hospital, but they can't be with you anymore. But, anywho. But yeah, in terms of service stuff, that's right, we're on Ill-Fated. Yeah, things in person, it feels nice when you actually have someone in front of you. Even if you know what a problem or solution can be, say you're going to a clothing store and you know what clothes you want, it's good to get a second opinion. I mean, you're already talking to someone in real life, you might as well get the advice. On top of other things, in my case, more closely, it's that I'm going to check on my body condition, and I'm pretty sure I know where, I feel confident I know what happened and where and how I became the way I am. But as for treatments, that hasn't gone as great. Also, we take this in the face, but whether or not we need to handcuff is a completely different story. This would be interesting. We'll option select, never mind. Yeah, option select, sorry. And now we're at 50-ish% Doom on our third mystery, which is still a lot of Doom, but could be a lot worse as well. So, as we take our experience and go... yeah, no, I'm just going to keep building Charisma. We're probably going to take damage in the Lighthouse. It's fine. And then we need to take gold next, because otherwise pain happens. Is this... okay, 1 Doom. For some reason, I thought it was knowledge or charisma. I know there's a mystery that lowers a stat instead, but I can't remember it at the moment because I'm trying not to die. 53% Doom is a little high for my liking, but with all the allies I have, I think it's worth it. In fact, let's visit the monument again. Because if it asks for funds, that would be perfect. Except, well, you know, the nicotine rush buff is nice as well, but yeah, I can't afford to do that right now. So, oh, my body. Particularly, I'm itchy in a lot of places, and that's because in the last month or so, I've been helping out do things outside, so I really hope that things... And yes, I've talked about the... Maybe it's connected to the issue with the dogs around us, but until I get an expert opinion, I mean, there's no way to be completely certain, and I for one, am not a scientist, doctor, fireman, policeman, so on and so forth. But as we continue onward here, we might be able to just slap this twice. Because even if we only do 14 damage, yeah. We will, if we hit both of those attacks, we're guaranteed to get out. And that's why the, well, 8 ally strat, pretty cool. But even just 6 is even minimum, great. Allows you to 2-turn a lot, if not almost every enemy. That's not a boss. Sorry, let me correct myself. We do pupils next. Oh, that's right. We don't have actually coma last. It's whatever the custom mystery is, because the middle custom mystery in the middle did not have anything. Nice ghost, by the way. Could throw an ally at this. I'm choosing not to, but we're taking reason damage for it. Gonna trade off 2 stamina here, but yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Can we brace into a sever? Yes, we can, so we can save on 1 reason, for what it's worth. Did I take hot bath? I did. So I can also opt to rest, which I will, twice, to get our HP up. Period, that's all I need to say. Now, our Doom is still steadily increasing, so you know what? Another monument visit is in order, but with the hot bath, it's a little bit worth it. You kind of more break even, but it helps out. Also, I should just stop taking Doom choices, but my mind is going crazy. I think we have the knowledge check and not the dexterity check. But because I'm doing charisma stuff, charisma. Oh, goodness gracious. Speaking of knowledge, being knowledgeable and speaking or communicating with people who know a lot about their stuff. Hey, I should know a lot about World of Horror. I don't, so I can give you strategies here and there or pieces of advice, but in terms of actual things, I think there are certainly at least half a dozen people, for sure, or I feel certain of saying, that can tell you more answers about World of Horror. Now, in terms of what you want to do in World of Horror, gameplay-wise, I can give you a few pieces of advice here or there, but you do want to look at the specifics. Also, pupils. So, we nearly get to one-shot this thing. Can I brace into an ally attack is my next question. Doesn't look like it. No, it does not. So, instead... yeah, we do our 2-turn. 3 stamina damage for a relative boss here is not so bad. In fact, it's very, very good. And now I can even get rid of a curse if I so have one, which will probably be Insomnia. Just to make sure we don't have any curses, I'm gambling on the fact that I'm not going to get something like Branded in my last mystery, really. But, okay, noted. Pupils also has a question mark boss? Was that tied to the mystery? I guess I will find out later. But as we actually enter our second mystery, which is going to be Cult, if this is a boss as well, this is going to be really, really... actually, it's not going to be because we're guaranteed to fail. So funny enough, Ill-Fated helps us out here. Uchida gives us 10 experience. And yeah, because we fail this. So for those who don't know, I mean, you're about to see it unless I doom out for whatever reason. But yeah, there's an event in the middle of this mystery here that relies on, I think it is a charisma check, and succeeding the check pretty much forces you to fight the boss, but if you say what and fail the charisma check, the follower starts following you, which in my opinion is a good result because it allows you to skip the boss, which is which can be very, very painful on Harbinger. Just like this 3 all damage encounter is doing a lot of damage and all damage, but yeah, this is unfortunate. I could opt to run instead, but that means, because I forgot my second encounter, we're in a lot of trouble. But better than taking -3 all, funny enough, so off I go. Could also visit the monument, maybe to ask for funds one more time. I think we were able to one-shot this one, yeah. And then we visit the monument. Yeah, 2 funds, that's exactly what we wanted to ask for. After that, though, we'll see. I wonder if the thingamajig... and Herbert also just granting us a bunch of goodies. So, you know what? I mean, aside from the light check, then we would be able... if we didn't have the light check, we'd be able to do more cool stuff. Hold on, let me focus for a moment. So, 81% Doom. Yeah, we should be okay pretty much no matter what. Now, are we going to stay that way? Could let go of the Hermit and then recover Reason, but I don't think we need to. So, just gonna be brave. I mean, none of these help me anyway. You know what? We will just heal Reason, because although we probably get our knowledge to 8, it really doesn't matter. And we do have the knowledge check, but it doesn't matter. So, with that Hermit helping us out with, I think it was a 5 Doom decrease, if I recall, short-term memory. Yeah, it's very cool. But again, can still get rid of the Hermit now to decrease Doom. I think I did Akamanto second. Because this run was full of bosses, regardless. But we do have 8 Charisma, so hey, talk the girl down. But, yeah, we failed the knowledge check. There's another check here, which I don't remember the second encounter. I don't think it was Toilet Ghost. Definitely wasn't Akamanto. Might have just been the school. It was. I went directly to the end of my first mystery without fighting anything, which is actually a lot more likely than you'd think, at least in my experience, but it's certainly not like, it's not going to happen in like 10 to 15% of your runs, I would assume. And if it does, and I'm not counting bosses, I'm even not counting bosses, but as we'll play our next character, unless you want to see this character again, let me know. Otherwise, if you have any suggestions, you know what to do. Not going to take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching. Bye!